And howdy.
Change the song.
Well, I have to.
Yeah, no, I took me a second to figure. I was like, why'd he do that? Because he never changes anything.
Well, I have to. I
Yeah.
dropped my epidemic sound.
Right. So you had to go get yourself a new. Did you get that off of YouTube?
Yeah.
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 I used to find a lot of good stuff.
Free tracks off of YouTube.
Yeah, I used to find a lot of stuff. They're trying to sell stuff to you on there though. They're basically they've got a pay version of stuff too now.
Yeah. Well,
and I've gone through their library and I'm just not I'm not finding what I want, but eventually I'll get to a point where we'll see. We'll have to decide where I'm gonna. I like Epidemic Sound. It's been pretty good. And
well, it's good, but I'm not using it enough to justify the cost.
Yeah, I use it all the time. That totally understand that. If I wasn't using it, then I wouldn't. Yeah, I have.
And let's say hello to folks in the chat here. Sean got here first, followed by Lee, Andrew, and Chris Hope. And here's Tex Arch drone guy, our big winner at Spin Up, Michael Wright. Then we got Angel Lost Girl Adventures and Jim's Droning. And did I miss anybody at this point? I don't know. I mean, no need to cuss us like that right out the gate. I mean, yeah. Chris, hello, you there?
I'm here.
We're being accused of being brothers.
I was looking at the cat. I'm looking at the Cadix. When you just open up their site.
Looky there, Doc Murdoch. Howdy, fella. I think Doc ventured back into civilization and starting to miss all this technology now. He came to hang out at Spinet and he got a taste of what it's like. Life was Wi-Fi.
Yeah, it's been a little while. I've been kind of nostalgic lately too, looking through stuff recently. I went back into my playlist and just was looking at some things and just went, holy crap, I made that, and I made that, and I made that. And you keep going like, dang, I've been doing this a long time. I was back 3 years ago looking at some fun stuff. And then I actually looked at some, all of the video was Mini One video. It was all 1080p Mini One video. And I'm like, that is really good video.
Keep talking. I just got to hop here real quick and grab something. All right. Yeah. I can talk to you. I can hear you.
Yeah. Well, you should have left me. See, this is the thing. I don't have control, so I can't go in and show you stuff.
Well, I know better than giving you controls. We've been doing this for too long.
I got stuff. I was looking through. I was just kind of. Can you flip on the share screen real quick?
Well, I'll give you. We'll do that here in a second. I just need to grab some.
I was just self-promoting. I wasn't going to spill anything. I was just doing a shameless self-promotion. What I need to do,
shameless self-promotion. Well,
I need to do is get my TV in the background, and then I can do my. No, I was just looking through some of this. I was doing looking at some hike videos and what because we're going to be talking about the mini. We're going to be talking about the Pocket 3, and a lot of this video was shot hiking with the Pocket 3, and I was just thinking about how much fun it was.
You mean Pocket 2?
With the Pocket 2, yeah. So, or no, actually, it was some of it's done with the Pocket 1. So, because the Pocket 2,
can you figure out which pocket you used?
The Pocket 2, I didn't. When I started using the Pocket 2, I started to put on the wide angle lens, which really changed all the stuff. No, most of the stuff. The Mini 1 was Pocket 1 because I bought it. I don't think I bought it new. So anyway, I was just looking through a lot of the old stuff. It's the crash videos because somebody was commenting on my Crash 2 video. I mean, that was forever ago. So I went.
Well, you're good at crashing.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. We all have to get serious and professional because the man, the myth, the legend,
Here we go.
that other guy's here. So, yeah, put on your helmet. There we go. And there he is.
Uh-oh.
Was a Yeti hat.
And he covers it up.
You're a little too bald for a Yeti hat.
He's got his working man's hat on.
Is it done?
No, you didn't get my text?
No, I did not.
Oh, 99.9, just like you said.
Yeah, and it'll stay there for hours.
Yeah. No, it's actually rebooting right now, theoretically. So
theoretically.
Hi, Chris. How are you?
Welcome.
Quick story, if I may, or were you guys in the middle of something?
Go ahead.
No, go ahead. Do it.
So I got the Mini 4, and it's amazing at tracking. And I thought, well, Chris Waters came up with the idea. I thought it was a brilliant one. Let's do a comparison of the Skydio and the Mini 4 tracking. So yesterday I was out with Sean Oz at his dad's house, which is 160 acres on Lake Travis. Great place to film drone videos. And I tried to update the Skydio, and it kept saying, Skydio requires update. So I hit the update button. And then as soon as I hit it, it said, Skydio up to date. But it wouldn't fly. So after doing that for 15 minutes, we actually found a tech support number, and an actual person who sounded like they were based in the U.S. answered, Taylor. I think it was a woman named Taylor. And she was very helpful. And she said, yeah, if you haven't updated your firmware in the last year, you're too far behind. And so we have to send you special firmware to your account so that you can update to the next version to get to the next version to finally get to the current version or something like that. So basically, then what happened, and it's a great story, I'm going to Kansas City tomorrow. So I left the office around 2:00 today, and I said to Chris, I won't be back. I'm going to go home and pack and get ready. That's when I got the email saying your Skydio update's ready and it will expire in 48 hours. Well, I wasn't going to be back in 48 hours, so I booked it back up here to do this before I lost a chance. So there you go.
Isn't that what you have Chris for?
Well, I thought about that, and Chris would have done it. However, when she asked me about, first of all, it's tied to my account. But second of all, which is fine, I could have given him my account info. She asked me what phone I was using, because I guess the phone matters. So I told her iOS. Chris is on Android, so he couldn't have done it with his Android phone anyway. So that was the other reason I did it. Came up here and did it myself. Oh,
take the boss man himself.
Lights are solid.
Lights are solid. Does it say it's done now?
Hold on, I have to flip over to that app to see.
Flip over.
Skydio wants to join. Or join this. You can still hear me?
I can hear you. Now we can.
That sounds like a big pain in the ass.
Well,
I don't think it would have been this bad if I hadn't waited 2 years to update the
that is true, but still, it's not. It's the same product. You'd think
but isn't that pretty true of anything? Like that, if you get too far behind, you can't update to the latest firmware.
Eventually,
yeah.
Well, they should just leave the older versions on their server, and then you can,
just
skip every other one or something.
Just bank it on your server, and if you're gonna abandon the product, then you got to tell people that, hey, you got, or at least tell them, hey, if you don't update. But
Yeah, yeah.
We're not
Well,
going to bag on them guys. They're
I also have an Evo that I haven't updated in a long time, and I'm like, oh, I better get that Evo out and see if I can update it.
But here's the root problem, the whole thing. Okay, it was Chris having ideas again. And when Chris is having ideas, we need to be careful. We need to be very careful. Because usually it involves some sort of recording that he took of us, some years ago at this point, probably.
Something very embarrassing.
Yeah, he's got this whole,
He's got a collection.
Others have a black book, and he's got this file system. I guess he didn't want to talk to us anymore. He froze. There you are.
If you go online
and
you take the DJI Spark software, they have all of the firmware updates, and it's all banked in there, and it's built into the Go 4 app. I mean, that goes back 5 years or more.
And here's Joe Blaylock. Howdy, feller.
Hey, Joe. Good to see you.
Cool. Hey. Chris killed the feed because he didn't want to be shown.
I'm a huge believer in you don't hang on to it too long. Otherwise, that's what's going to happen. So I don't keep it.
Yeah. No, I realized I probably missed an opportunity for people to still be interested in the Skydio. Although, I went to the South Florida drone meetup, and there was a guy there with 2 GoPro Karmas, or maybe 3. How many did that guy have, Chris? Like 3?
Well, you need to have 3 to have one working one.
Right. No, they all worked. He had them all. He had all of them in the air at some point. They were all working GoPro Karmas. It was like being at an antique car show.
And Jack Rabbit just got here. Hey, Scott.
It is fun to fly the older drones. I do enjoy it.
But I mean, let's circle back to why you're actually here, Mr. Kelly.
Besides griping about Skydio?
Spin Up 23 was a success.
Thank you.
Crowning success.
I think so.
Unfortunately, my hotel reservations were a outright failure.
Yeah, they kind of gave you the shaft there.
Yeah. Well, apparently I wasn't the only one. There were others that had the same.
Yeah, I heard Brian Mackey also had a problem with his hotel.
Yeah, he got canceled on October 9th or something.
Yeah.
And,
that was the big detriment of having the same weekend as Formula One. But, I shared this with some people there. It happened. I booked the date, and there weren't a lot of dates available at that facility. It was like this weekend. And I didn't want it to be too late in the year. I didn't want it to be too hot, like in August. Nobody wants to fly in August out there. So October 21st seemed perfect. And then it was probably a month later that you told me about Formula One being the same weekend. And I, at that point I'd been talking it up and everything. I was like, well, I'm going to just go with it. So that's what happened.
I mean, that was availability.
It was fun. Who was your favorite speaker, Kai?
Cornell.
He was good.
Cornell, because he actually, he had some good insights too.
I think when you have somebody that
I pulled him aside after his talk too, just in case anybody wanted.
Doc told me, Doc Murdoch told me he talked to Cornell for like 45 minutes after the speech or longer. So he did some serious talking.
Yeah.
But he texted me when he got back to Houston and said, "Man, thank you. That was so great. I had no idea. I had that Emacs had these fans out there, and it was good to actually connect with them in person." So he was pretty psyched.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Emacs has a decent product.
They really do. And I wish they'd build more of the bigger FPV quads, the 4S. I think they go sub 250 on purpose. That's what he said.
Well, they have to.
But building the ones like the Baby Hawk and the Cinehawk, those are just the Baby Hawk. We flew it yesterday out at Sean's place. Chris, I need to get this video online. Chris power looped a boathouse. So it's but it's a boathouse sitting in grass because the lake is down so low.
Yes.
So the lake is down really low. This boathouse is sitting in the grass. Chris goes barreling through it and then just totally power loops it and comes back through again. It was pretty awesome.
And he didn't crash?
No, but I did. I crashed in what would have been about 40 feet of water had there been water, but there wasn't, so I recovered. I actually crashed twice. Once there trying to power loop, trying to copy Chris. And that was just basically I caught some weeds. You know, there were lots of weeds and greenery coming out of what used to be the lake bed. And I hit some of that, recovered it. But then the second time I crashed, I basically went up. We were down by where the lake is, and there's a kind of a long cliff that drops down, and there's a road. And we took Sean's dad's four-wheeler down there, parked, flew for a while. I flew up the hill. So fair amount of earth between me and the drone because it's up on top of the hill and, you know, kind of a cliffside, and it's over the top, like a little bit out of sight, right over kind of Sean's dad's front yard, so to speak. Anyway, don't lose video signal. This is 03. Video signal's fine. Guess what I lost? ELRS. What is it?
I need to have a look-see at your ELRS thing because there is something that's not right.
Yeah. It's the only. I never lose transmission protocol, and it basically it gave you the warning. What does it say? What does it say, Chris, when it loses it? RF signal low, and then RF signal lost. Yeah, and then I saw it crash into the tree, and then that took us about 20 minutes to find.
Yeah. Yeah. Next time we get together, I need to look at your ELRS setup because there's.
Well, that's actually the way Emacs sent it to us. This wasn't one we put in ourselves. This came with ELRS built into it. So I'd love for you to look at it and tell me if it's, just not at full power, if it's wired wrong or what, because I am not a fan of ELRS based on that. And as well, another ELRS quad that we have, that same problem, like you get much beyond line of sight or, across a football field with a few trees in between, you lose the radio. You don't lose the goggles, you lose the radio first.
Yeah, no, there's
weird.
some in the power settings not right.
That would be awesome if you.
But Doc just chiming in here. Cornell said they're working on some bigger FPV motors, and yeah, the FPV motors are fine. The thing is, for the binding fly, they got to stay under 250. And if you watched the Q&A that the FAA put out about a month ago now, 3 weeks ago, the guy from the FAA said, if a manufacturer makes the kit, meaning they make the frame, they make the motors, they make the flight controller, they make the VTX, and send it to you as a kit for you to assemble. They're still required, because they're the producer off the quad or drone, they're still required to have the remote ID module with it if it's an over 250 gram quad. Yeah, FAA is getting kind of shitty.
So any ready to fly kit would fall under that over 250 grams?
Yeah.
Oh. But if you buy it unassembled, like without a transmitter or without a receiver in it or something like that, then it's on you to put it in, right?
Well, that's where it gets gray real quick. But they are they say the producer is required to furbish the standard remote ID. And that's not even a module. It's standard remote ID, which doesn't even exist yet for FPV quads.
True. We have one that we haven't put on yet, but are going to be testing on a couple of quads. But yeah, it'll be interesting.
Well, and here's the thing. If you 107 like you are and on commercial, if you have an FPV quad, it has to have standard remote ID. Broadcast module is not good enough.
Well,
He's a curmudgeon. He does that to me too.
Does anybody know if Skydio? Does anybody know if Skydio is going to update the Skydio 2 to have remote ID?
I have no idea.
Hmm.
Do we have anything on the FAA website about
There's
it?
no incentive for him to do it.
Not at this point.
It'd be cool if they did, but their people are working on bigger money projects.
Yeah, military projects and such. Yeah.
There's no incentive they can make.
I was though, just to close out on that, because I've been griping about this taking so long. I was impressed that somebody answered the phone and had a solution for me, and actually asked my email address that I'd registered with, and was able to look up my account and see what version I was on, see send me the new version via actually put it into my app, and then this was the weird thing though. It's like, this will expire in 48 hours. Why does it expire in 48 hours? You mean I have 48 hours to do this update? That's literally why I'm not home right now, is because I came back up here to do that before I went out of town.
Do you have the Skydio 2 or the 2 Plus?
Just the 2, the original 2.
Okay, the Skydio 2 SDRC2V1 is on the list for remote ID.
Really?
There you go.
Okay. What about the 2 Plus?
The 2 Plus is on the list too.
Oh, okay.
And the X2E is on the list.
I don't know what that is. So does that mean with these software updates I'm doing, that might very well include it?
Yep.
Yeah, it's probably why. Yeah.
That makes sense.
And they're on the nice list. So
it wouldn't even take off. I mean, it was not. It was like, it forced me to do. I thought maybe I could just fly with the old firmware, but it wouldn't go. Nova.
No, it says to be. It's been accepted on the declaration list. So
Nicht
declaration of
fliegen.
compliance.
You're
on the list.
Well, yeah, I think the it will be really interesting. I'm excited. I'm actually really excited to get on a bike or a skateboard or anything and do the same path with the Skydio 2 and the Mini 4 and see. Sean was pretty adamant too. He's like, don't just do it from behind, do it from the side, do it from in front, kind of see how it does, because he thinks the Skydio is going to do better from the side and the front than the Mini 4. He said the Mini 4 might do great from chasing you from behind, but he said from the side or the front, he thinks the Skydio will actually do better.
I think it has everything to do with the speed that you go. If you're walking, it'll find a way. I put my Mini 4 on basically a circular path. So it was constantly trying to go around me, not just follow me or go to the side. And I walked through trees, I walked by poles, I walked by buildings, and it lost sight of me and regained it, but I'm walking. I'm not riding a bike. And
yeah. Well, I mean, that's a good test. A good try both, right?
Speed is important because the software is trying to it can only work at a certain speed. I mean, it's trying to figure things out.
Right. And, but the at some point, if it fails while you're walking, then it's failed. It just
right.
Maybe there just wasn't a clear path, right? Because sometimes
it never failed with me walking. I walked through, like I said, I had big, huge trees full of leaves, and I walked in through middle areas, and there was the only thing I didn't have was anything that was mesh or anything that was skinny. And I'm never going to walk around that stuff because, it's going to hit it. So,
so my Mini 4 did hit a wire, one of those cables that holds the telephone pole up. It's kind of like it's not an electrical. It's just there to anchor it.
I can't see that stuff.
It did hit that in a parking lot, pretty thick one too. I was kind of surprised. I heard it go thunk, but what was cool is it didn't crash. No damage. I couldn't find anything. I heard the sound, and then I watched the footage, and I saw it actually hit and kind of shake. And then it just sat there and hovered. It's like, whoop, I'm going to wait for you. Come back.
And Lambo is here.
What's up?
That's pretty
Lambo?
amazing. I think it's cool. I think both of them are really neat.
Chris, I never got to thank you. I got a nice little bump, I think. Chris Waters told me that you put something about one of my podcasts on Twitter, and he told me that, and then I went back and looked, and I feel like I got a bunch of downloads from that. So thank you.
Good.
Keep doing that.
I try to do things like that. I don't mind doing it. You know, it's kind of like advertisements and things. If I know the people, I don't, you know, it's to me, it's no big deal. To me, I just don't remember to do it. Like if I do a live stream or something, I like to like, you know, 'cause I think it's fun. You know, if I find a good video for somebody or
we're going to have to add a link to your podcast and to the chat here.
yeah.
Well, so my question to both of you is, I don't know if you've heard the latest one, but it's a little departure. It's is rock and roll dead?
Is rock and roll dead?
Yeah, it's about, is rock and roll dead? That was the subject. I went to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in May, and was just not, you know, I'm not like saying it has to be traditional rock and roll, but when they're inducting Willie Nelson and
Yeah.
you know, a lot of rap groups and soul groups and country groups, and you know, is that still rock and roll? And that was kind of the question we were asking, because I feel like, you know, guys our age, rock and roll means one thing, but maybe it's evolved to mean something different for a younger generation. You know, that's kind of the premise of the story. So
There's a huge divide between what we consider rock and roll and what it in metal, because metal is kind of, it's, you know, it's like too extreme right now for me. I can't go there because I don't, if I'm driving or something, I'm just like, this is just too heavy, you know?
yeah. Well, and there's, you know, there's subgenres after subgenres. There's
Right.
you know, there's punk rock, there's garage band, there's indie rock, there's college rock, there's
Right.
heavy metal, there's new metal. There's one called new metal. You know, it's just,
I don't mind some new metal. I don't mind some of that.
there's
I need to have a pause once in a while.
there's prog rock. Well, listen to the podcast and let me know what you think, because we go
cool.
into a lot of detail about all these different genres and, you know, what it means to be rock and roll.
Yeah, that's neat. Like I said, I like your history stuff, and I've been pretty good at listening to all those. And if I get behind, I play them more often back to back. When I take my walks, my Sunday and my Saturday walks.
Nice.
I really enjoy that. It's just, you guys have a good give and take.
Well, I appreciate that.
And bringing a different perspective of the history. So it's kind of cool.
You need to assign it to students.
Unfortunately, I have to admit I haven't been able to listen to them too much because the stupid app that I had on my TV to listen to, the podcast, decided to take my TV over. Meaning, you know, I turn on TV and it immediately jumps into that app and starts playing music that I didn't even ask for.
What was it?
It's the iHeart Radio app.
Yeah, I'm a Spotify.
And then I have the same problem with Spotify.
Huh.
Yeah, I use Spotify as well, but I don't use it on my TV. It's a weird deal, because a lot of people now, you guys know that YouTube is starting to push podcasts. So I'm not sure what a podcast on YouTube is, because YouTube is by definition video and a podcast is by definition audio only. So how does that work?
The same thing with X and long form. They're trying to get people to do long form on Twitter, and I can't even say Twitter because or X,
yeah.
And that's another thing. And I think you have to be a verified channel to put long form on there. But I'm like, who wants to listen to or watch long form while they're scrolling through their information feed? So
yeah.
I don't know. I'm confused right now, like you're saying, with both of those ideas. Like,
well, they're all competing, you know, TikTok and X and Twitter and Instagram and YouTube. It's funny though, because every time I see an article that mentions X, it always says formerly Twitter. It's like when Prince changed his name to a symbol.
Yeah.
You know, the artist formerly known as Prince.
Yeah.
I think you guys could do your history thing on a podcast on YouTube. The only thing that I've noticed people that like Joe Rogan, because those are the guys that kind of are doing this. All it changes is that you have to show your face while you're talking.
Yeah, it'd be
So,
like
you know,
this,
you guys
just
could
like
have
this.
if you're doing it from different, you guys edit your work too. So
Yeah, we do it. We do it on a platform called Zencaster, and it's just like this. It's just there's a little window of each of us. I'm intending to actually start doing that next year, like January when we start season 3 in 2024. We're gonna start doing video as
yeah,
well.
I don't know it enough. You probably have more data, but I was always told that, and my daughter's having this problem with all her social media is you're supposed to get really good at one platform. You should stay and really focus on getting really good there. But I don't know how that applies to a podcast, because I don't know how you monetize that, and how long, what, how
Poor
you go.
Kai. We come on for a drone show and we're talking about podcast platforms.
Yeah.
Well,
Well,
we're talking about stuff that's,
we're talking about everything, but Sean just said you need big headphones and a huge mic.
that's true. Yeah.
Yeah. One of those ones that hangs down,
I've seen
Or
people
you
with no mic. I've seen
hold it
people.
upside down.
And is the big mic compensating for something?
Wait, which Sean is that?
Sean ID
Sean,
Studios?
I just,
Okay. Yeah, I would say that we'll do the video, we'll put it on YouTube. And to your point, Chris, I feel like YouTube is the one I understand the best of all the platforms. And so for me, doing it on YouTube seems to make the most sense, because I feel like I can do the practices I know how to do to make it get more views and stuff. But to your question about like how does it work? So there's a company, or there's a platform called Buzzsprout, and what happens is you publish on Buzzsprout and then it syndicates it to Spotify, Google Podcasts, Podchaser, iHeartRadio, Apple. It syndicates it out, but it also collects all the data back from them. So it talks to all those platforms. So I get a sort of consolidated look at all the downloads on all those different platforms.
interesting.
But I don't think Buzzsprout includes YouTube. Like YouTube's going to be a whole different thing, because it's going to be a video file instead of a
Right.
wave file. So
Let's see, what does it
Then
say?
you have to worry about,
Apple
because it's going to have to be a totally different channel.
Yeah,
well, it would just be
YouTube
the
is
same
not on the
content.
list.
But I feel like if it's one of those things where somebody wants to listen to it on YouTube, because I was talking to Brad B-Rad yesterday, and he said that he listens to a lot of stuff on YouTube, but because he doesn't have YouTube Premium, he can't turn his screen off and still listen. As soon as you turn his screen off, it mutes it. If you have YouTube Premium, you can actually turn your screen off and still get the audio from YouTube.
Oh, okay. All right, Kai. Take her back.
Take her back. Where we're going back to at this point.
I
go
showed
anywhere.
Kai
I'm dead
earlier
random, man.
at the new studio. So this is our new office here.
You got new
like I said,
internet? Holy crap, dude.
Chris is over there. We have fiber here.
Do you have them tied to the chair, or?
Yeah, you should be getting a really good stream there. If you got fiber, you should be knocking it out on there.
Here, check
Yeah,
out.
but he's just it's
Even with your
It's the new
phone.
studio space.
That's StreamYard.
Got a garage door.
Oh, that's right. I'm blaming this. That's right. I forget. I like your.
You're gonna have to move really slowly and deliberate for this to work right.
Oh, is it blurry?
Yeah.
So you're redoing your walls and all your workspace?
Yeah, we did this wood wall over here as a backdrop.
Nice.
It's
a little more. So what do you prefer in the backdrop? A darker background or a lighter background?
Yes. As a matter of fact, I think I'm going to end up redoing this one, because I don't like how light these cubes are. I like these. I like the dark ones. I'm not a big fan of these.
No, that's a Sean Oz background.
Kinda, yeah. But it's
He
also
did that.
it's actually very. Can you hear the difference? Like, listen, if I talk
Yes.
right here and
Yeah.
then I come over here and talk, it's really good for sound absorption.
Yeah. That's why it sucks to have a room to. There's no freaking way I'm going to stick anything on the walls of my house. My wife would kill me.
No. But what you do, what we did actually is we stapled up paper. So we stapled up this. I have a bunch of this background paper over here.
Oh, okay.
So
Or
I took
cloth.
this, unrolled it, and stapled it. So all I'm going to have when I pull that stuff down is staple holes, because that's actually the staples are holding the.
Does fabric do that? Can you use fabric?
Yeah. This is fabric, right? This is fabric right here. You see that gray?
Because fabric is easy too.
This is you mean this is just a background. This is held up. I have a metal rod up there, and this is held up with magnets on that rod.
Oh, that's a good idea.
And it's stretchy, so it looks really smooth. See, I have some boards down here to hold it, to make it stretch out. And if you can't tell, this place was a flooring store, so all the floor patterns are different. See that? I'm gonna do video
boards, because big TVs are so cheap. I'm gonna do a big 55 or 65-inch video board behind where you see this back here. That's gonna
that's
I'm
a
gonna
great
break
idea.
that wall out and
just have drone videos or whatever.
Well, you can have a static image of anything from a computer.
Yeah. You just have to
hold
expose
on. Steve just got here. Steve Carpenter.
Hey,
FP
Steve.
Aerials.
Hey, Steve. How's it going?
We're getting dizzy watching Kelly walk around the studio.
Spin up too and donated some door prizes for
He
everybody.
did. He donated not only Amazon gift cards, but they were in SD card holders, which was a pretty cool way to give them out, because everybody needs SD card holders.
Yeah. You also handed out some hats. Matter of fact, I have one. I just don't know where it fit right now.
I have one too. I should be wearing that instead of my Yeti hat. I don't think I ever got a Lone Star UAV hat. I'm trying to think if I ever did.
You got to get a green Texas hat.
Yeah. I actually, for my birthday, my kids got me a Kai, have you ever been to Alamo Cafe? And
yep.
I think it's on 410.
There's one on 281 that I know of, but
the one near UTSA.
No, near UTSA, that's on 1604.
Okay. Well, anyway, they had a really cool hat. It's just like a line, and then it just has the shape of the Alamo and with a Texas in it. It's just like real simple. And I saw that we went there when we went to visit my son, and my kids snuck back and got it for me, which was kind of cool. Oh, is that yours or mine? Oh, look at that.
I already conversed with your wife about which restaurants to hit while you're in the area.
Oh, good. Chris is making his Lone Star UAV. Was that seriously for your head?
Yeah.
Chris has a tiny head.
Yeah, it's kind of a small head on you.
Don't be putting down his tiny head now.
If it fits Kai, it must fit me though.
Now, Kai, I noticed that you got a shirt. Where's that shirt from?
Oh,
that's cool. That's cool as crap.
There's a dinosaur.
Get closer to the camera so you can see it closer.
I like that.
You see what he's doing?
That's way neat.
You see what he's wearing?
Heck yeah, I do see it. That's cool. That's yours, huh?
Yep. I'll send you one.
Don't you see the likeness?
That's a nice
little freaking... It looks just like him.
It does look like me. When I fly, I got the little tiny arms, you know. It's Tex-Rex FPV.
Tex-Rex?
Tex-Rex, Texas transmitter receiver, TXRX, right? Texas King, because Rex means king, and I'm old, so it works perfect.
Lambo says I got one of those Rex shirts.
Yeah,
Tex-Rex.
I'll send you one, Chris.
That's cool. I like that.
All right. Merry Christmas.
Well, I'll definitely be wearing it with pride as long as it's big. I don't tend to be
Careful what you
4
ask for. He's got
I
a
got 4
4XL.
X's, so they would handle Kai. You want a 2X?
Yeah, I'm not a 4X. I'm like it. I'm right now trying to get back down to the 2X thing from the 3X I'm working up to.
Wait, you're a 3X?
I'm really a 2X. It just depends. It depends on what month.
He's a 3X with size denial.
Well, what, Kai, is that a 4 or a 3 that you have?
I have the 4.
You have the 4, okay.
Yeah.
It's tall.
Yeah. So
No, it's
so
not
actually,
tall.
Kai,
It's just 4X. It's just fat.
my daughter got a hold of one of the 4Xs because I think I made like 4 of them and you have 2 of them or something. But my daughter got a hold of one of them. She wears it and it's literally like a dress, like it goes down to her ankles.
Yeah,
That's
when
her knees.
2X sometimes is short. That's what hurts me. It is the 2X will shrink up short and it looks like you're wearing a, because my shoulders are big. So, then everything goes up, and then of course I need that extra tuckable.
Right.
Anyway, you can't.
I do have a shirt for you too there, Chris. From not a Lone Star, but
I got my Lone Star shirt.
a lift shirt.
Oh yeah, lift aircraft.
Yep.
I have to stretch out the belly.
I guess maybe Kai, we should wait till we get together and then send them all in one package.
That'll work.
I gotta still send Mr. Croc to Kai. I gotta get Mr. Croc flying.
Oh, the crocodile baby?
Yeah, I keep
Not
saying
the baby.
that.
He's got the full size Croc, 6-inch.
Yeah,
Nice.
He's a freaking beast, and
he's
just sitting in my closet right now.
Gep RC came out with a dark. Did you see their Dark Star? I think it's called, or Dark Shadow or something.
Yeah, I'm waiting for some. I'm like visual, so I'm waiting for the new, the new bodies. Because I really like the Avatar kind of the Defender. I really like how they kind of cleaned up the design on that. And
well, you're one of the you and Eat More Possum. Brent from Eat More Possum.
Yeah, yep.
We're the 3 guys I know that really love the rocket, the Gep RC rocket. Like you were one of the first guys I knew that got into flying that.
Yeah, it taught me how to fly. Yeah, it was very forgiving.
Me too.
Well, the Dark Star is a 2-inch. That's basically a competition to the Pavo Pico.
Yeah, I'm a fan of the Pavo just because of its simplicity. It's so simple.
I've seen a lot of good reviews of the Dark Star. I used to. I don't know what happened. I don't know what I did to piss off Gep RC, but I used to get free Gep RC, but I don't anymore.
They don't. I think everybody's kind of chimpy lately.
You know what though? Somebody told me it might have been Rodney Bell told me that he was setting up a Gep RC quad, or maybe it was Brent. And he said that he contacted Gep RC about how to do it, and they pointed him to my video, the air unit setup video, which I thought was pretty cool.
Well, what do you know? The later evening, the older the guest. Here's the grumpy vlogger.
Hey, Lloyd.
Hey, Mel. Or Lloyd.
Lloyd. We did have your name, and Lloyd didn't win. Captain Ray wasn't there, but he won. Ray Kelly won something. Several people that weren't there won something, but Lloyd, even though your name was being repped by somebody, you did not. I'm sorry. It would have made me very happy to send you a Mini 4 or something. We missed you.
And Joe is here. Joe Fortaleo.
Hey, Joe.
So the Dark Star.
Joe did win. Joe won a Emax kit. Yeah. It was pretty fun seeing everybody flying those around inside.
Yeah, no, it was. I mean, flying inside, flying outside. That was just fun.
Yeah, no, it was a good time. It worked out really good. I wish that we could add a few more people in the room, but I think overall, and Chris Waters is not going to let us go without publishing some of the videos from it, some of the speeches, because there were some good ones. I definitely agree. Cornell gave a really good speech. I thought Jace gave a pretty good speech, although some people have seen it before.
Yeah.
And then I thought that Casey Sealock was really good. Like he talked about how they do the drone shows. I've never seen behind the scenes of one of those, so I was pretty intrigued.
I'm interested in that. That's
I
pretty.
would have liked to have a closer look at their control system because
Yeah,
it's the technical side
Kai,
of things that's more interesting to me.
I think he does shows in. Sorry, this hat just doesn't fit me very well. I think he does shows in Texas quite a bit because he lives in Corpus Christi.
Yeah.
So
But it's
I'm going to reach out.
Dallas, right?
You can go. Well, they're based out of Richmond, I think, near Dallas. But I think you can go to their website and see where they're doing their shows. And if they were doing one in Austin or San Antonio, we should get together and go and see if we can get a behind the scenes tour. That would be pretty cool. I'd love to see how it's done.
Me too.
Because I think even my daughter went to Austin City Limits and she was sending me video of the drone show there. But she said that they weren't anywhere in the area. Like they were outside of the facility somewhere away so that nobody saw them take off. And then all of a sudden they're just up in the air. The music starts playing. They're doing their thing, making all the symbols and all that stuff. So it's pretty crazy.
I mean,
How many drones?
You also need a little real estate to launch those things.
He said, so Casey said the biggest they have done, I think he said was 1,000.
Whoa.
Maybe 1,500.
Oh,
but he said a typical show was between like 300 and 600 drones.
Yeah.
Wow. I didn't think that was
about
common
half a football field to launch all that.
Yeah, you would. But
just the setup, you got to have an army of people setting things up,
Well, he said that most of the work is done during pre-production. It's like once everything is set up and tested, and they run simulators. They don't even necessarily run a real show with the drones. They just run simulators to see if it's going to work or not. And then a lot of times, the first time they actually see it happen is at the show.
Wow.
Because the simulators are that good.
That's freaking ballsy. Oh my Lord.
Yeah. But I guess he said they've done 150 shows or something this year. So he's doing a show every 2 days or something.
So we're all gonna go visit Michael Wright because he says the show's about 10 minutes from his home.
Nice. Did you get
party
Mike,
at Mike's
did you get home okay? He was with me yesterday. He was with me yesterday for most of the day. Him and Brad and Chris. We all went out to Sean's place and did the flying the Avata. We flew the Mini 4. We were gonna fly the Skydio, but we couldn't get it updated, and we flew the Gep RC. The Emax, the Baby Hawk.
Yeah. No, that was everything was good.
Yeah, I wish you could have been there for the flying on Saturday. That was or on Sunday. That was pretty fun too.
Yeah, but the driving was.
No, I know.
To be at Pennybacker Bridge at 7 o'clock in the morning, I'd have to leave here at 5:15.
Yeah.
Meaning I'd get up at 4 a.m. Yeah, that's not happening.
Yeah, no, I understand. Actually, yeah, the Pennybacker flying was pretty fun too. That was. We had a lot of people out there. We had probably about 15 people that showed up to that. 20. I think last year it was only like 6.
So I need to come up there anyhow. We need to fly you a Bando and the farmhouse.
Do you have any problems with multiple channels going on?
And so tomorrow, Caddx is coming out with another goggle.
Really?
Yeah. I got the
for HD0 or for a new protocol?
For Avatar.
Oh,
I've got it up. I've got the advertisement up if you want to just
wait, it'll be really quick. Cross-compatible with Walksnail?
Caddx is Walksnail.
Oh.
Wait, that's their
okay.
the 24.
Walksnail's the product, Caddx is the company. I thought I thought Walks
Well,
now.
no, it was Walks Now as a company at one point, but no, I was a subsidiary of CADX, and now it's all under CADX name.
Oh, I did not know that.
And apparently there's some tension going on between CADX and DJI because CADX apparently swiped the source code from the first generation FPV system.
And that's why it looks almost exactly the same.
And yeah, I've had a long chat with Cornell about, what's going on with DJI, and because DJI is not being very nice right now, downright anti-competitive. So,
Well, speaking of, I see it says Pocket 3 fanboy. Tell us about the Pocket 3, Chris.
I'm just excited. I use the Pocket 2 like every freaking day. It's my main driver.
Really? Okay.
So I was thinking, I told Kai I was kind of doing a little reminiscing, going back into my catalog, and I did a lot of vlogging. I did a lot of hiking with it. I'm actually thinking about having that be the springboard of getting my butt out of the house. So I really enjoyed those little hikes that, they were long hikes actually.
Justification for buying the Cadix or the Pocket 3.
Yeah, and then the video is gonna be just killer. I mean, if just as far as
So what's so besides it being 1 inch, what's different about the Pocket 3? Is it like, does it have a mic input?
Yeah. It's gonna have basically it actually has a mic system that senses where the sound's coming from, and it'll actually turn on the mics that are basically creating the main. I don't know how it reads a voice versus something else. 2 inch, I get blind, so now I can actually see what I'm, my framing.
Why would you want it over the Action 4?
I don't know.
3.
I think it's a
personality. You might want to
thing.
move your phone a little bit because you are froze up.
Yeah, I think it's a personality thing. I just like it. I just think it's kind of friendly.
There you go.
Okay, this isn't friendly. This is this is common. I'm into friendly. So
it seems, but the Action and the GoPro seem more rugged.
Yeah, but I can still take the Pocket, and I've got a little clip that goes right on my backpack shoulder thing. Just sits there, and it looks like you're holding an alien.
And so it still has a 3-axis gimbal.
Yeah.
And it still has, I mean, one of the things I do like, actually the whole reason I bought the Pocket 2 was to be able to do hyperlapses with it panning.
Yeah. I do that too. I like to do hyperlapses, motion lapses. To me, I like the motion lapse. I'm hoping that it has it. I'm testing this thing out right now. This Fayutech thing. This is the VB4 anyway.
Oh yeah, for a phone.
But this thing has got the, it allows you to do the motion lapse where, with your phone camera, obviously.
Yeah, we had the one for the Insta360 makes. I forget what it's called, but actually Lee Bessing won that.
Yeah, they're all the same. But
is that the new one? That's the that's
the 3.
Is it detachable? Like, can you pull the actual camera off?
No. Nope. Somebody keeps putting out like fictional information. They said that it has a removable battery. No, it doesn't. It's got a standard battery inside of it. It has like a media mod, and the media mod is just an extension that gives you your wireless capability and it has a new mic system. The creator combo comes with the new mic. And when I bought
the new wireless mic,
I bought the Pocket 2, and that's like changed everything because all of your sound is perfect anytime you do any kind of demos and stuff. But
that's a huge thing to be able to have a wireless mic that'll go into it, or 2 wireless mics that go into it.
Yeah, this one. This is only one, but I can't imagine you can't add other ones. I don't know. I don't know about that. I mean, you can add a wireless mic to anything. There's really good systems out there. that aren't too expensive, you know, the $200 variety. But the DJI's just got good, clear sound. It's integrated. It's all part of the same system. The only thing that I don't like about this one is I don't know. Obviously, it comes with a wide angle lens attachment. I don't know why they just don't put the wide angle lens in, you know, and integrate it into the 1-inch sensor, but for some reason they don't. So we'll see. It's probably going to have a wider field of view, and it's standard 1-inch, maybe like 90 degrees, and then go to maybe 120 or something. But
it's really hard for me to justify another action camera at this point.
But yeah, you gotta use it. And if it's not something, you know, if you're not sitting with, you know, freaking multiple, I don't use these, but I use my pocket all the time. I don't know why I don't want to pull these things out. And my pocket, you guys are going to get like instant. I'm like, it's like, I'm going to take this camera and I'm going to take it out and I'm gone. Bye.
I think that's kind of how I feel about the, hold on, let me throw this over there. I think this is kind of how I feel about the, my GoPro, honestly. I use the Hero 11, you know, just kind of like.
It's your thing. It's your comfort zone.
I got it. If you got the door. All right. Chris says goodbye.
Bye.
I'm actually going in my car because I need to go home and eat.
Yeah. Well, Ben T just got here, so that's our cue. It's time to go home.
All right. No, I got it. Thank you. Who got here?
Ben T.
Oh, Ben. Hey, Ben.
Yeah,
right,
when Ben shows up, he always shows up at the end of the show. I don't know how this works, but
it's like his superpower.
Yeah,
Kelly, you got to get a phone mount so we can you can drive away and we could still be chatting.
No, I got it. There
we go.
There. Oh, wait a minute. Let me flip it over this way.
I've done live streams like this. They're kind of fun.
Yeah, no, I wasn't intending to stop talking. I was just gonna go. Yeah, my wife wonders where the hell I went because I told her earlier I was home for the day, and then I got this email that said, here's your access to the update your Skydio. It expires in 48 hours. Well, I'm out of town tomorrow, so I was like, shit, I got.
They forced it upon you to go back to work.
He's got my schedule times 100.
So just a quick reminder, don't mind if you hit that thumbs up button down there at the bottom, please. You know.
Oh, we got a frozen shot. Hey, look at that. That's the best one yet. He must have got the 5G.
He's finally on the network.
Oh, man.
Oh, really? Is it better now?
Oh, my God. It's perfect.
Oh, yeah. I'm not on my Wi-Fi anymore. I wonder why.
Oh, my gosh. Your Wi-Fi sucks.
I guess so, because now I'm just on my phone data.
This is what you should have been doing the whole time. You could have kept your.
I know. I didn't realize it was that bad. I think maybe part of it was because I was downloading that update for Skydio. I don't know the background.
No, I would
talk to a better router.
I would talk to whoever your plan is.
Well, it's Spectrum, and it's 100 down and 100 up.
Yeah, it should be perfect. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. But
you must be on ultra wide right now. 5G ultra wide.
Is it that much better, huh?
Austin's got great service, man. I remember when I was there.
Hold on, look at this sunset.
Oh, nice. See how much cooler your vlog is now? You're so much more interesting.
Yeah, now that I'm driving. You can't really see it because of the overpass, but see that light? Does that light look really cool? This is sunlight.
This is why.
And it's actually raining.
Is it raining for you, Kai?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's been raining all day, actually, which is unheard of. And I'm glad it waited until after spin up.
Well, there's eat more possum.
Hey, Brent. We were just talking about the GEP-RC rocket earlier, the Rocket Brothers.
Yep.
Don't forget about the P16 now.
I'm thinking this Dark Star thing is looking pretty damn cool. I've been looking at it while we were talking.
You know, I do like the P16, and I always forget about it. I always forget that I have it. I need to fly it. I think I got one, and then Ben wanted one. Ben T wanted one, and I sold him mine and ordered another one or something. I don't remember, but I always forget I have the Thinking P16.
They still have it around. Yeah, they still sell the light version of that.
Yeah.
So the Dark Star is that's a 03.
Yeah,
The Dark Star is like, you know,
and it looks
along
cool.
the lines of the Pavo Pico, or the new one now they have, the Pavo 20.
Yeah.
I got it up right
They're
here,
finding
man.
out the 1.6 inch prop is just too small.
Wait, who makes the Pavo Pico?
Beta FPV.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah,
they're competitors.
It's got the same. This has got the copy. They copied the ducks from the Avata. That's kind of a copy of the Avata ducks with the.
It kind of looks like something out of Star Wars, like something that the Imperial troops would fly, right?
Yeah, is that a proprietary battery underneath that thing?
I hope not. I would think it would just be a little 4S.
Oh yeah, no, it's not. I was just it's just a XT30. The way they had it drawn up, it was looking like it was proprietary.
No, it's a rendering. So
the price is not too bad. It's $375, $379.
What's the flight time on it, Chris?
It's just a 2-incher. I bet you it's not more than 5 minutes. It's flight time 440.
Yeah,
good guess.
Yep, you were right on.
But that's 5 minutes to me is, it's going to stay close. It's not going to go out of town. It's not going to go across to the golf course. It's going to hang out in my yard,
Yeah. Go through tight gaps.
Right.
Harass the dog.
And that's a lot. That's a lot of concentration. 5 minutes of flying FPV is, especially if you're doing that. I'm used to the 2 and 3 minuters from the back in the day when I was flying.
Yeah.
And that's just is it 3?
Yeah, Ben T says he didn't get the P16 from you. He bought it from Get FPV.
Maybe I had extra batteries or something. I just seem to recall some sort of transaction that happened, or maybe I bought it from him. I don't know. It's been a year or two. All right, so
Yeah,
Chris, you can order the Dark Star. Don't waste your money on a Pocket 3. Get a Dark Star.
It's a 4S.
I love a 4S.
I'm gonna have this mini 4 is gonna be gone. I last about 5 weeks with it, and it's out of here. I get bored really fast.
Well, the Mini 4, I don't know. I'd probably get rid of something else. What other camera drones do you have? Did you say you still have a Spark?
No, I get rid of them. I don't keep them. I've had every drone that DJI has made this year. I've still got some stuff to do yet. Yeah, I want to get out with the new camera, and I'll probably travel with the Mini, and the Mini's a perfect kind of combination. So I can get this thing. I just got to justify it in my own head.
Yeah. I actually have. It's funny. I found recently when I was going through all my stuff for spin up, because I gave away a lot of my older stuff, like analog FPV stuff that I know I'll never use again. I found a brand new GEP-RC rocket light that I had never even set up. So I need to do that, because I have one that's pretty beat up. So this is going to be my second one that's not as beat up.
Well, this thing looks like a rocket light times two. It's awesome.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the beauty is the footage is actually usable. The rocket light or the rocket, it doesn't really carry a camera very well.
No, you can't stabilize it either. This is stabilized video.
Yeah.
And if you do a fly through, this is a really nice little fly through bird.
Yeah, agreed. I agree. I need to figure out how to get back on their good list.
The nice list.
Don't give everything to Captain Drone.
Yeah, he gets everything.
Have you seen his schedule as of late? Jesus.
What, is
I've
he
been
just
getting I
publishing
get a
all the
ton of
time?
toy drones. I
Well,
get
he's,
sent a bunch of
he's
toy
going to
drones.
publish Monday, Wednesday, and Friday now.
Wow. Well,
I
what's
get
he
the
at? What's he at subscriber wise? Like 300, 350?
I believe he's just shy of 300.
Wow.
yeah. That's that. You always get free stuff when you get up in the.
He puts in the work, and I've talked to him a few times, and he's always been very cordial and nice to me. So I have no complaints about him. I mean, you know, he has his own style.
No, he's got himself a kingdom. I don't dislike anything that he does. I think he's made a pretty nice deal,
Yeah, yeah,
and I like to watch him. I don't mind watching him.
yeah. Me as well. But you know, you mentioned toy drones a minute ago, and I was telling Chris probably 3 days ago. I got a thing. It's just really random, the things you get that people want you to review, and it was for a couch, literally a piece of furniture. Like, would you like to review this couch? Like, really?
I got
Where-
ski goggles.
You strike me as the couch kind of guy.
Yeah, I guess they think I nap a lot, or you know, I was just sitting on a couch talking to you, so maybe I don't know.
I got ski goggles, a weed
Nice.
whacker. What else is it? Do I? Yeah.
How do those do though on your channel? Do they do okay or no?
The what? I don't do
How
that.
does it-
I don't want to do it.
Oh, you don't do the videos.
No, I'm not going to do those. I can't. I got suckered into enough. I just stay with dash cameras, anything camera related,
Yeah.
and I just not going there. I
Well,
did a
you
power
have-
supply,
You
and
do have the word random in your in your title, so you kind of can go with whatever you want.
yeah, but I'm not gonna force somebody to watch that crap.
Ben T
You
says,
don't wanna
couches are
review a
good for
couch?
flying FPV indoors.
Couch? Yeah, I'd put it right back here and sit it and do a vlog.
Yep. Check out this couch. Well, I will say too, the ones that I've really enjoyed. Oh, by the way, Kai, I did sell my motorcycle finally.
You mean your wannabe motorcycle?
My wannabe motorcycle. It's been the e-bikes. I've had so much fun with e-bikes.
Yeah, I
Like-
still got 2 of them.
They're a blast. They're
So if
just
you
they're
wonder-
just fun to ride. So I had this one that was kind of like a Harley chopper kind of thing, and it really was not great because it was really very hard to ride. Like, you had to know how to lean and stuff, and then one of my daughter's friends wrecked on it, and I was like, I got to get rid of this thing, so I sold it.
Like the fat tire motorcycle type,
Yeah. Like looks like a chopper.
a chopper, huh? Yeah, I've got
The
both.
chopper.
I've got both Ride
With the-
Star
with the-
models.
What do they call them? The ape holders or ape handles? Big tall handles. Yeah, it had those.
Nah, I get things that people want, and then like the Q20, that's a Ride Star fat tire bike. People love that. I put up 2 videos, and everybody's like, I get so many comments on that. That's
Nice.
a motorcycle type, but it's a regular kind, not a.
Well,
So anyway,
Kelly got kind of put on hold with bikes after his last wipeout.
Yeah, it's true. You see my elbow
Now,
here.
Jody said he had to up his life insurance before he got on any more bikes.
This was not on an e-bike. This was just on a regular bike.
yeah, there's
Well,
no.
that's why she said no more e-bike for you, because if you can't even ride a regular bike, the e-bike only is going to amplify the problem.
there's
Well, I've
no-
never, knock on wood, I've never crashed one of my e-bikes. I've only crashed my regular bike, and that was a mountain
come
bike.
down-
I was on a trail.
I've come damn close to crashing e-bikes. I went up this really steep trail this weekend. I had my stepdad is in town, and I had him for like 3 days. I was trying to figure out things to do. He's 70, So I stuck him on the little motorcycle one. He weighs like
Yeah.
150 pounds. I'm 250. I'm 260. Okay. So I'm riding one of them. He's riding the little one. And he's like going up the hill, and I'm like standing up trying to climb up rocks and things. And he's just like, I'm looking back to see if he's crashed, and he hasn't crashed. He's just like, oh, this is easy. And like, I'm like fighting up a rock hill, but it was fun. I had a
Well,
good
did he
time.
have fun?
Oh yeah, it was a great
Did
time.
he have fun?
Oh yeah, it was.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, sounds like you found a winner of an activity.
Oh yeah, we had a good time. That was a good. It was hot. It was 90. It was like 90 degrees that day.
Oh yeah, yeah.
But I'm not complaining.
Yeah,
have a-
Ben,
we have a
we
pumpkin
need
on
to
our
get
porch
Dad
for
to come
Halloween.
to Texas.
What?
We have a pumpkin on the porch that's half melted.
Your pumpkin melted?
Yeah, the pumpkin is
You
half
probably
melted.
shouldn't admit to that in public.
My pumpkin is shriveled.
So we got the full ride home.
And now he's breaking up again.
Yeah, there
He
you
must
go.
be back on Wi-Fi.
So yeah, it's probably flipping over.
Yeah.
So
Oh yeah, sorry.
it's catching his home Wi-Fi right now,
Yeah,
which
you're
is the
back
same
on
company
your
that's
home
selling
Wi-Fi now.
the
Just
same
leave it
company
on.
that's selling you your Wi-Fi at your office.
Leave it on 5G.
I hope.
Here, you want to see my melted pumpkin?
Oh, you already got you gotta get a pumpkin out. That's early.
Yeah. I
It's
think
gonna
we
be
bought
rotten.
that. So I always buy those and I roast the seeds. Like I take them and I make the seeds. I put them in the oven and I put salt on them. They're really good.
We're getting the whole life of Kelly right now.
You really are. All right. Well.
Give me a warning before you go to the bathroom, though.
Exactly.
Okay.
Well, sometimes I use the squares, and sometimes I use toilet paper. But I do have this new bidet that I got because of COVID.
Here's my dog. There she is. There she is. There you are. All right, fellas. Well, it's been
All right,
fun.
we'll see you.
It's been real. Hasn't
Thanks,
been real
Kelly.
fun.
For so long.
And thanks for spin up. It was awesome.
Awesome. Thanks for coming. All right. Talk to you later.
We'll see you.
Take care.
No potty talk. Oh my gosh, that was random, huh? That was a random
right.
live stream.
So I'm surprised your taco alarm didn't go off yet.
It's got to come off over pretty soon here. I'm not wearing my watch today. I forgot to put it on this morning because it wasn't charged. I forgot to put it on my charger. So I have no idea what's going on actually. Dinner. Oh my God, that was at 5:27. Oh, geez.
Whoops.
Oopsie. All right, I gotta
well,
go.
We'll make it short. You get any more words of wisdom for us?
Nope, I'm
before we
late.
head
That's
outta
my
here?
words of wisdom. Oh
All
my
right.
Lord.
Thank you all. We'll
Thank
be
you.
back next Tuesday, same time, same place. And until then, tomorrow we're dropping the CATX goggles, and then we're dropping the Pocket 3, and
Pocket's
we'll have
coming,
plenty
yeah.
to talk about by next Tuesday.
Yeah, we'll have a lot of stuff to talk about when that stuff hits.
So until then, we'll see you all
See you later.
Laters.